All right, guys, so today we are going to solve systems a different way by graphing. So we're going to be graphing for 2 days. Today I'm going to show you how to solve by graphing by hand. So today it's going to be by hand. So you may need a piece of graph paper, or you may need to create your own graph paper, because you are going to have to find the point. Tomorrow we're going to be using a program. I'm going to have you guys download it, or actually you can find it on your Chromebooks. That's our website. And we'll be talking more about that tomorrow. But today we are going to be graphing these systems by hand. So a couple of things to remember when graphing. Your equations are either going to be in y equals mx plus b form. That's slope-intercept. If it's in this form, then the first thing that you do is you plot the y-intercept. After you plot the y-intercept, then you're going to use your slope to find the second point. That's if it's in y equals mx plus b form. Some of these will be in standard form. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. If this is the case, what you're going to do is you're going to find the x-intercept, and then you're going to find the y-intercept, and then plot them and connect the dots. That's when we used our pinky. We covered up. And I'm going to do a quick review. So I have 3 examples to show you today. I don't have a ton. So hopefully you can follow along. If you would like one of these note packets, please make sure you're stopping by. And I do have paper copies of the worksheets and all of the assignments as well. So if you are face-to-face and want to stop by and grab them, you're more than welcome to do that. So for example 1, it wants us to solve this system. So remember, when we are solving a system, our point or our goal is to always get a point, an x, y coordinate. So we have this line that says y equals negative 2x minus 4. And then we have this line that says y equals 1/2 x plus 6. So I'm going to graph them in 2 different colors just to kind of help us out a little bit, so you can see which one is which. So the first equation, these are both in slope-intercept form. So just a reminder, if it's in slope-intercept form, these are the steps that I'm going to use. So for this equation, negative 4 is my y-intercept. So I go to the y-axis and I go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, put a dot. My slope is negative 2, which is the same thing as negative 2 over 1. So from negative 4, I go down 2, right 1. And then I play connect the dots. Now you have to make sure that you are connecting your dots carefully, because you are going to end up looking for a point. Like that might not work for me. So hopefully it does, but we'll see. For number 2, we again are in slope-intercept form. My line number 2, it has a y-intercept of 6. So I go up to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, put a dot. And then my slope is 1 over 2. So I go up 1, right 2. And then again, I play connect the dots. Okay? And then we're pretty much done, except for the solution is where my lines are crossing. So my lines are crossing right here. Now I can't just point to it. I've got to actually figure out what this coordinate is. So from 0, 0, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So I'll graph my 2 lines, find my point, I'm done. Let's look at another one. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to graph, these are both in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to plot my y-intercept, so negative 2. Then use my slope, up 1, right 2. You can do that a couple of times if you have the space. And then I play connect the dots. There's my first line. For the second line, I have a y-intercept of negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. And then my slope is 3, which is the same thing as 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then I play connect the dots. And then you look for where your lines are crossing. They're crossing right here. Right there. So from 0, 0, I go right 2, down 1. And that's my solution. And then the last one that we're going to look at is I have one of my lines in standard form. I actually changed it so that I could show it to you in standard form. So we'll do that one first. So when you are dealing with a line that is, or an equation that is in standard form, we are going to have to use our pinkies to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So to find the x-intercept, you cover up y. So I am left with negative 2x equals 1. So then to solve for x, I would divide by negative 2, and I would get x to equal negative 0.5. So that means I go to the x-axis, go to negative 0.5, and I put a dot. Then to find the y-intercept, I cover up x, and I get y equals 1. So I go to the y-axis, put a dot at 1, and then I play connect the dots. So there's my first line. Second line, thankfully, is already in slope-intercept form. So it says I go up to 1, put a dot. Then I go down 1, right 4. And then I play connect the dots. The solution to your system is where your lines are crossing, which is right there. So from the origin, from 0, 0, I don't go over any. So 0, comma, but I go up 1. So today you're going to see a little bit of a mixture. So you're going to need to make sure if you don't have graph paper, stop on in, or you're going to have to find some or create your own. Just make sure it's pretty good so that when you can actually find the correct points. Tomorrow, like I said, we're going to be doing this a little bit differently, but your problems today will either both be in slope-intercept form. Maybe you'll have one in slope-intercept, one in standard, or maybe they're both in standard form. You don't have many today. I just really want to see if you guys can do this on your own. Good luck.